Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of a Torchwood reaction. Yeah, this is our live and my name is Matt. Okay, sure. Torchwood, we started season 3, we started Children of Earth, and I really like that first episode of the season because it's clearly setting up something big for the entire season. It's clearly setting up like a full like 5 episode arc storyline, and I'm into it. I'm really into it. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. And I also been told that apparently Children of Earth did air over the course of 5 days. The reason why every episode is them like day one, day two, day three is because they did air like in consequence of one each other. So that was I thought that was awesome. If I had been a better channel with more people that could work, I would totally love to release like all 5 episodes in consequential of each other, like day by day. But sadly, I can't do that, so it's just gonna be one a week as it usually is. But this entire like December is essentially Children of Earth December, because yeah, it really started on the 2nd, and then it's gonna go 9, 16, 23, and 30. So the entire month of December is just Children of Earth. That's cool. Also, I ask, what is the deal with season 4? Because here's the thing, is that when everybody talks about season 1 as just being like, yeah, wait a little, it will get better. Season 2 being, yeah, that's really good, you're really gonna like it. Season 3 being like, oh, it's so fucking good, it's a masterpiece. And nobody has said anything about season 4. I'm just like, okay, I know there's a season 4, and nobody has even brought it up. So I'm like, what is the deal with that? Because if someone says anything, I would be like, okay, it exists. But nobody has even mentioned it. So I asked around on Patreon, and people have told me, okay, so it's just a weird season because it was like a co-production with like an American company, so it has a weird American feeling to it. And I'm like, okay, got it. I know exactly what you mean then by that, and I know exactly how people feel about that then. If it has a weird American feeling, I'm like, okay, I get exactly what that is. Hopefully, I can make fun of it and enjoy it nonetheless. But it's still a little bit until we get there. It's like a full month until we got to season 4. For now, let's enjoy season 3, which everybody has said it's incredible. Like, now that the first episode has been on Patreon, people have been like, yo, it's awesome. And now that the last episode of season 2 has gone up on YouTube public, everyone has gone like, yo, next season though, here stars, it's really good. And I'm just like, that episode, it's still really good. Like, Exit Wounds is really good, and people are still talking about the next one. I'm just like, okay, sure. So season 3 is gonna be awesome, I suppose. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I can already see the signs. Like I mentioned it in the previous video, I can see the signs of like they're building up this like full arc. There's different points of view. There is the way they present the season, through like the intro and everything. It's just like it seems that it's building up to be something big, and I already like even like did I do it on video? But I like deconstructed about how it is, how Torchwood has evolved in a way, because first we had like Earth's Defense Forces, and it was like an episodic, we're dealing with like a sci-fi of the week situation, and we protect the Earth, and that's it. Like, we did have that. Or sometimes we had drama of the week, because Torchwood is very heavy on drama with its characters. But that was all like part of the process of building up the cast, so then you can build down the cast, right? I said that. So having a cast of characters of 5 people, a team, that you get to know them, you get to learn about them, you get to see them in several situations, and then they all fucking die. Not all of them, half of them. So then at that point, you're like, all right, it worked, right? The Torchwood formula worked because I got invested into this fucking team. And now they're gone, so fuck me, right? But I said that now that has already happened, now that Exit Wounds has happened, that clears the way for Torchwood to just be like, all right, let's take this seriously. Let's actually just take this seriously. And Children of Earth is happening now. We have a subtitle. We have a sequence of days. It's a full 5 episode story arc. It's like a full season. So and the first episode was already very heavy on shit that happened. And I'm just like, okay, let's fucking go. Now that the formula has been destroyed. Now that we've had Exit Wounds. Now that we've done Stardust Crusaders. It's time to have an actual big storyline with drama and action and everything in it, and it seems fairly packed, and I'm loving it. It's time for Dio's World. All right, let's do that. Another thing I just remember people told me is that apparently Martha and Mickey were supposed to be in this season, but they had other commitments, so they were like, yeah, we're not gonna show up, and I'm just like, fuck, it would have been awesome if they had been here, wouldn't it? Like think about that. Think about that for like a second. Everybody says the season is fucking great, and I can kind of already see why in the sense of like the structure of it. Imagine if Martha and Mickey had been here. How much awesome it would have been if they had been here. Shit, man. I really would have loved to see Martha and Mickey here. Like, I really would have. So yeah, it wasn't crazy for me to think that they would be here. Like after like the Doctor Who season 4 finale, because they should have been. Like, apparently they wrote them in the story, and then they were like, well, we can't get the actors, they had other shit to do, so sure. And then they just kind of like changed it a little bit, or maybe gave them roles to different characters. I don't know, something like that. So yeah, I will try to figure out if those roles are still there, what character in Children of Earth represents Martha and Mickey? Like, maybe the lady in the computer in like the home office or whatever. Maybe that is supposed to be Martha or Mickey, and someone else, I don't know, but maybe. Anyway, so yeah, that is what I've learned about this season and next one, I suppose. A little bit in between recordings of previous episode and this one. Now, what happened previous episode? Jack had a bomb put inside of him and he blew up, and it fucking destroyed the entire Torchwood HQ. Oh, and by the way, since Torchwood HQ blew up, that means that Grey is dead. So yeah, that happened. But anyway, yeah. Jack blew up, and I always wanted to know, and I'm not sure if I made this question on camera at some point, but I definitely had it in my mind at some point. It's like, Jack heals up after he gets damaged, right? Like, they shot him in the head, and then they like wound close, like Wolverine. What would happen if he just fucking blew up from the inside out? Well, we're gonna get to learn that. We're gonna get to learn that, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, we have seen Jack after this, which means that he survives. What I want to know is how he survives. They could just not show me. They could just be like, he walks in and it's just like, I'm fine. And they go like, what happened? And he's like, I pierced myself back together. Wink. There you go. But I actually want to see what that would be like. Because what I'm thinking is that it would be something like fucking Strays, though, in Battle Tendency. Which is a dude that is a vampire and he blows up from like 20 grenades. And then you see all the chunks, the meat chunks, just come back together. They pull back together. Like, the skin acts as like an arm and starts like pulling itself back together, and eventually comes together into a person again. I want to see that with shitty Torchwood CGI, right? Or just at least have it implied, because that would be fun. It would be fun to have some like real fucked like body horror. And then it turns into John Barrowman. It's like one and then the opposite, right? It's like, wink, John Barrowman is here. That's awesome. But yeah, Gwen is pregnant. A fucking Mark Children that turned into an old guy told her that he can smell life. He told her that. Yanto, well, he's just kind of hanging out for now. We did have the real fun scene when he was talking to his sister about him being gay, and he's like, well, I'm not really gay. Well, first of all, he's kind of bi, but then he's like, it's not really that I'm into men, it's that I'm into him specifically, like specifically Jack. And then he's like, so yeah, I'm not trying to like broadcast it or anything. And the sister's like, all right, lip seal, not gonna tell anyone. And then the fucking other guy walks in and goes like, what's up, gay boy? I heard you like taking up the ass. It's like, oh my god, that was an amazing sequence of events. That's all I remember from previous. Oh, Peter Capaldi's there. Peter Capaldi's there. That's dope. I mean, I do remember what happened, but like it's part of an ongoing storyline, so it's just like, yeah, we'll just have to go and see where it goes now. So yeah, all the children are being like possessed by aliens or whatever, which is apparently aliens that were here before, and it's in some way the UK government is involved, and that is what the Peter Capaldi storyline is going into. He's trying to hide it, and he knows people that are trying to hide it, and it's just like, okay, so some shit happened, and I'm sure the solution to that is Clem, the old guy that could smell things, and yeah, we'll see what happened now. So yeah, I think that is good enough for this intro. So let's just jump into the episode. Torchwood Season 3, Episode 2. Let's go. Yeah, I like that. They cut the soundtrack whenever we switch back to our view. What happened to Yanto? Yanto was very close to the explosion. Gwen, you can't do this, girl. Yeah, fuck them up. Fuck them up. Yeah, they're trying to assassinate her. Dual wielding Gwen, let's go. Oh. Shit! Shit! How did they miss every shot? Jesus Christ, stakes couldn't be higher. Yeah, the fucking UK government is trying to assassinate them. I forgot about that whole thing. Like, I forgot it would be that big. I was like, oh yeah, Jack blew up. It's like, no, they're actually fugitives of the planet. Well, fugitives of the government, I suppose. Yanto! Shit! Okay, they haven't got him yet. If you survive this, you're gonna be able to piece some things together.
Specifications for something they want us to build.
Want us to build?
Not much time to do it.
What?
When they can communicate like this, this kind of detail, why do the thing with the children?
Because they can.
To fuck with us?
And because they want to scare us.
Try to kill me. My friends could be dead, so don't think I won't use this.
The government. I'm working for the government.
Okay.
Just follow orders, that's all.
We're on the same side.
She's anti-terrorist. I would not mind being Uncle Terrorist.
This is the guy that likes Gwen, right?
Yanto Jones, Gwen Cooper, armed and dangerous.
He heard that.
I know Gwen Cooper. She's an ex-police officer. She's not a terrorist.
You must know where she lives.
Dude, you should have just shut up. Yeah, they're going after her. Oh, okay, it's Gwen. Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Someone is trying to kill me, and if they're after me, they're gonna come after you. Now get up and get dressed.
Yeah, this is bad.
We're not going in there all guns blazing, are we?
You're talking too much.
How far is it?
2 minutes.
Yeah?
Yanto, you okay?
Yeah. Have you heard from Jack?
No. No, I haven't. Sorry, come on. Do you think you survived?
He usually does.
I'll go.
Okay, Yanto has to figure that shit out. This is bad. They're right there. Yeah, terrorists are fucked. Nice shot, Gwen.
Well, let me carry the bag. You want your trigger finger free, don't you?
Okay. Good job, Riz.
We're looking for Yanto Jones.
You're not finding me in my bed, are you? I'm a married man.
Yanto. Is that Jack? Like, it's not them, I don't think. They're treating this as like a mystery, so who is it? Oh, it's literally no one. Like, the way they were directing that, I was like, that's not them. That's not them looking for him. It has to be someone else. It was literally no one.
There is nothing to worry about.
They're lying.
How scared you were last night.
I know.
We saw that, yeah.
It's frightening to see it firsthand. There's no lasting damage. It's quickly over.
This isn't a hula hoop craze.
happened to Brian and Wendy's kids, and they live in Canada. You don't think this is over any more than I do.
Torchwood 1, Torchwood 2. Yeah, okay. She knows that Torchwood was there. Captain Jack Harness working for Torchwood. She knows that they tried to assassinate him, so she knows that this is what they did.
Seems like it's only Britain.
And how long can we keep it secret?
Not a lot.
Given the children's last statement, we are coming back.
So.
That's what everyone seems to be asking. When were they here before?
And they'll figure out that they were talking English. So.
All I've done is put you on the front line.
Yes, he did.
That's what the front line's for, John. First to fall.
Mm-hmm. He's being honest about it. Is it just the arm?
It's just the arm.
Mm-hmm. Your dad blew up, girl.
He told me his team were the experts at dealing with things like the children thing.
He told you that over the phone.
Yes?
He always was an arrogant sod.
That bomb in Cardiff last night, he was the one at the centre of it. And it tore him to shreds.
What does that mean, whoever's behind the bomb's behind the children thing?
You don't overhear phone calls. You speak when you're spoken to, okay?
Okay, put in the patent number. On his hand. Alright. Oh. Okay. It's a meeting point that cannot be intercepted unless they follow her. It's regrowing. That is Jack, but his body's literally reforming. It's not the chunks coming back together, his body's literally reforming back. Like, it really got disintegrated, but he's growing back together. But that also means that he's in capture, so we're gonna have to break him free.
Slip it open.
What is he gonna look like? Fuck! So that's what would happen. Ah, that's so fucked. And that's gonna turn into John Barrowman. Well, where are they building?
Wait out here.
She can't even see what they're building. They're gonna try and meet with Uncle Yanto.
What kind of snoops are you in? David-lloyd?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's what your pervert's in.
Don't know
It's you making them do all that weird talking.
She's trying to sneak out while they distract them. Let's go. Yeah, let's get all the kids in it. Just fuck the police. Turn over the car. Fuck them up. Oh, he's regrowing. Shit. That's so fucked. That must hurt a lot.
You know some announcements you
Yeah, she's pregnant. I forgot about that. She doesn't even need to say it.
Bloody hell, no. Yes. Oh, come here.
They were talking about it in the car yesterday, so.
Bomb, the guns, the cartridges, they're hiding from the law. God, what am I like? Can you do that in your condition?
Well, you carry my bag.
Are you serious? This changes everything.
No, it doesn't. We're at the same creek and we still need a paddle.
Yeah? But 3 of us in a boat?
I mean, it's only like 3 weeks old, so I wouldn't even really call it 3. At least like 2.5. I would say 2.1. The children stop. Yes, it's happening again. We are coming tomorrow, specifically. It's again during like the middle playground time.
Coming tomorrow.
He's doing it in front of people.
We are coming.
Is that something to do with it? They must do. When they tried to blow us up, this is what we were working on.
So you got close. It was again during like break time, UK time.
They're coming! Oh, I can smell them!
Thanks for all this.
Be careful! Hello, John Frobish's office.
Can I speak to Mr. Frobisher, please?
He's not available at the moment. Can I take a message?
It's Gwen Cooper from Torchwood. I need to see him urgently. Can you set up a meeting?
I'm not sure.
Girl, what are you gonna do?
Someone's trying to kill us. Someone who claims to be working for the government.
Why would the government want to kill people who can help?
Exactly. That's what I have to find out. That's why I need to see him. Look, I know all this sounds mad, but you have to believe me.
I do.
So you can set up a meeting then?
Tell her.
Our man in the government. We can't be really Haarute.
You are really... Yeah, we really are in trouble. She's coming to tell them, thank you, Lois, you're being a good girl.
Because if he knew you were here, you'd be dead.
We really are in trouble. We really are in trouble, yeah.
If you're the bad guys, why doesn't it say that on your file? And if you're the good guys, who am I working for? And why do they want you dead? And there's something big being built on the top floor of the MI5 building.
Okay, what do you mean something?
I don't know. Jones is missing. I've been told Captain Harkness is dead.
Well, that can't be true.
Well, that's what I thought. I overheard Mr. Frobisher say to keep him under surveillance. I mean, why do that to a dead person?
Okay. Oh shit. I think it saw some dickage in there.
If I can't kill you,
I will torture you.
I can continue.
Well, that too. No! They're gonna bury him under cement? Yep! That's what they're doing. They're burying him under cement. How do we take him out?
Undertaker's name is Richard Rossiter, and he's got an appointment to pick him up at 5:30 today. And I was thinking access to a funeral director would be easier than access to a secure military compound, so he'd have to pass through here at some time between 5 and 5:15 to get to Ashton Down for...
If I was Gwen, I wouldn't put my face to the window. I would be sitting on the other side.
His number's on there, and he'll be expecting you. Sugar?
Lois is fucking goat.
This is all over, and you want a job? Come see me.
Lois, please don't die.
What's that for?
Show me. It's like a containment box, isn't it? They're gonna try and break Jack out. And Yanto's around here, isn't he? I suppose none of the foot soldiers really know Gwen, maybe. Oh, he does know the face. He just doesn't remember where it was from.
Just prefer the company of dead people.
She's seen anyone? She's married. Married and pregnant. You can forget it, mate, right?
Fucking wrist. Come on, man. Disable the camera.
Oh, look at Mara. Yeah?
Everything okay? The camera's not working.
Yeah, just checking the paperwork. No problem.
Immediately after he reported that everything was fine. Nice. That was sweet. That was a sweet move. Are there any other cameras in the corridor that you have to disable though? Yeah, there it is. And they saw her. Jack is fucking covered by cement in like the third row.
What the hell is that?
Yes. What now though? Behind you!
You're as trapped and helpless as the man in the concrete cell.
Yep. That's where Jack is.
Put the guns down!
They're trying to kill you, so why wouldn't they just kill her? Please don't kill her, that said.
Okay.
Yanto? Did Yanto do that? Run! Yanto, let's fucking go, Yanto! Run, 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 run! Let's go! We got Gwen, we got Riz, we got Jack! Let's fucking go, Yanto! How are they gonna escape in that vehicle, though? They have assault rifles, like... This is the most ridiculous escape ever! Somehow it's working! Shit! Nice shot, Gwen! Nice! Fucking sick! I cannot believe that happened. I cannot believe they made it out.
If he talks, we're in deep, deep shit. I'll have to come back.
Yeah. They can figure it out, Mr. Frobisher, and relate it to the kids and everything. If they can make a public announcement, everything goes to hell! And fuck the government, right? They're gonna try to free up Jack. Just by throwing this shit off a cliff. Yeah, broke! Yes. And he comes back to life. Let's go! Now we need to find some clothes to stop free balling, and then let's go.
Told you I'd be back. With no help from us. What the hell's going on?
Don't know yet. But the latest from the kids is that it's happening tomorrow.
Just in time then.
This is awesome. And she's like, I don't want to look.
Every child in the world is giving their statements in the English language.
Yeah, English language specifically. They can figure this shit out because they said they're coming back tomorrow. So, is it a gas chamber? Oh, a mixture of chemicals.
And that's what they breathe.
Breathe, eat, fart. We know nothing about them. Who else knows about this?
Well, for all we know, they've sent the same instructions to every country in the world. We've said nothing. Maybe everyone else is keeping quiet, too.
Oh, I don't think so. Whoever they are, they're coming for Britain. But why? Exactly. Why is that, Mr. Frobisher?
You're throwing him under the bus too? Just Mr. Frobisher was the only one that knew. And we're gonna have a fucking Independence Day situation here. Episode ends. Alright. Okay. Cool. Alright. That was alright. Okay. Full-length YouTube discussion bit. We saw some Joe Barrowman penis in this episode. That was pretty good. Anyway, so let's fucking go Torchwood. I'm really enjoying this season so far. It's been fantastic. Like that entire episode was just some of the craziest action shit and drama that we've ever had. Like, yes, it's the most we've ever had in Torchwood because like the thing is that Torchwood drama is usually like character drama. This is just the government wants us dead and they're out to kill us. And they blew up Jack. And we saw chunks of meat Jack. They said it was like one arm, like a piece of a lung, and like a piece of a head. And that was it. And they, like the woman described it as almost a waste of a body bag. Then they saw that the body bag was growing, and then they opened it, and they saw meaty skeleton version of Jack. It was literally just a skeleton, and he was just all red, covered in chunks of meat and the eyeballs, and that was it. And he was fucked. And then we saw him just screaming because he barely had any skin. So he was alive, and all his like organs and muscles were there, but his skin wasn't. So it was just like, ah! And it was awful. And then it was just full on, I just described it to a friend. It was naked ass freeballing full dickage John Barrowman form. Just get me out, whatever, right? He was like, who are you doing? Who are you? What are you doing? Etc. Right? Trying to get answers. And then the woman showed up and she was like, well, you can't die apparently, so I'm gonna contain you. And then just dumped a bunch of cement on him. Just fuck it. Fuck you. Get out of here. So that was fucked. They just dumped a bunch of cement on him. And I thought it would be like, fuck. It would be like, how did they get him out of there? The answer that they did it in the same episode. Great job, guys. I cannot believe that episode ended as well as it did, but it did. So let's fucking go, baby. Okay, so let's dial it back a little bit. So, I'm gonna put up the episode again, so then we may scroll about it. So, very beginning, Gwen survives. She's making a run for it. They tried to assassinate her by pretending that they were like medics or whatever. And she manages to take both of them out because fuck yeah, Gwen. You've been trained for this shit. And she steals the car, makes a run for it, and interrogates one of the dudes. Disarms him and interrogates him, and the dude said he's working for the government. He says, I don't know why, I just follow orders. Cool. Gwen knows that the government is involved somehow. Okay, they're like, alright, we're in some deep shit. Why? So, she goes and gets Riz. And here's the thing. Riz has come a long way for a character. Because the thing is that, like, I remember watching, like, Season 1 and early Season 2 of Torchwood. And I was just like, I don't care for Riz. Like, at all. And the reason for that, and every time people, like, because people even, like, told me, like, I don't get why you don't like Riz. He's alright. And I'm just like, it's not that he don't care about him as a person. It's that the show doesn't want me to care about him. Because the show just doesn't spend any time with Riz. And whenever they do, is in order to, like, develop Gwen in a way. Like, and sometimes he's almost a joke. So Riz has never been a character that mattered for the first season and a little bit of season 2, Riz wasn't a character. It was more like an extension of Gwen's drama. So then when the meat episode happened, whatever, in season 2, it was like episode 5 or something like that. Like, finally we got some good Riz things happening, and I'm just like, okay, there's a character here. We can develop that. And then a couple more episodes in, like, Riz knows, he's on the loop, he knows shit, he can help, he can be emotional support, whatever, right? That's pretty good. And also, now that we've spent more time with Riz, I get a better reading on his personality, which is just like, he's the dude that just complains, but he's not necessarily mean-spirited about anything. He just like complains and it's loud about things, but that's just kind of his gimmick. But he still like cares, right? He's still like a little bit of a comic relief sometimes. Like, for example, at the end here, when the like guard dude was hitting on Gwen, and Riz was like, she's married and he's pregnant, so watch off. And fucking the dude just looked at me like, wait, what? And Gwen is like, shut up. And then the guard was like, wait a second, you two are a couple, right? It's like, yes. It's like, well, shit. But like, Riz, like, come on, watch it, man. Like, chill out. We're cool. We're in a situation where like we can't get emotional about dumb shit like that. Like, fuck it. We need to like try to like be okay here. Try to succeed. Just calm down and just do things correctly, right? But Riz is just like, oh, whatever. Like, he is still, more than any other character, some sort of a comedy relief character. But he's a character, which he wasn't before. I would say he wasn't a character in like season 1. He was an extension of Gwen's. Now he is. And I like that. And he was like, there were a lot of moments in this episode where he was like, very helpful, and he was a pretty okay dude. And the fact that Gwen just shows up and she's like, all right, Riz, we're in the run, they're trying to assassinate me, and Riz is like, let's go. Like, Riz is like ride or die at this point. Like, despite everything that has happened to this fucking couple, well, Riz doesn't know a lot of it, but like, despite everything that has happened between the two of them, they're like a very good solidified couple, right? And I really like that. I really like that we finally managed to get to that point. So I really like that Riz was here. He's in the loop. He's tagging along, and because he didn't need to be here, because like Yanto's like brothers weren't there also in the run, right? Jax's daughter also wasn't here in the run. Well, because probably they don't know anything about her. But Yanto, because the reason why Gwen took Riz is because she was like, well, they're going to come here for you, they're going to try and kill you. And Riz is like, okay, I'll go, right? But they weren't trying to kill Yanto's siblings. They were just watching them. In case that like Yanto showed up there. So they probably wouldn't kill Riz either. They would just like watch him in case Gwen showed up. Which if she wouldn't have, then nothing would have happened to Riz probably. So like, I'm talking from like a writing perspective. There wasn't really any reason to have Riz be here part of the team, other than they just said, we want to. Like, he should be here. Maybe Riz is replacing Mickey. Maybe Riz is replacing Mickey. They could, like, because I was told that Mickey and Martha weren't supposed to be in this fucking season, and they didn't get them. So like, they didn't get the actors, but they had them written. I think that's what I was told. Give me a second. That they had them written like the script. And then they were like, well, shit, we can't have this character, so let's give them some of the roles that they might have to someone else. Martha and Mickey were supposed to be in this series. At the end of Journey's End, it suggested they should join Torchwood. RTD also confirms that they were indeed planned to be in the series, but the actors were already committed to other projects and could not appear, so Martha and Mickey's role were then dispersed over the other characters, one of which I don't think you realize yet. That's what I was told verbatim. So, I don't know what I know. I don't know who's who. So maybe Riz could be Mickey. like or Martha, I suppose. But I'm thinking Martha is like the woman in the phone, because she's been very helpful. Because like, yeah, Unit was involved with the first on the first episode. A Unit guy dropped by to the home office thing, and maybe they could have had Martha come from Unit over there to the home office to Peter Capaldi, whatever. I'm gonna call him Peter Capaldi, and she would be able to help Torchwood after she overheard something, and she could be an inside agent of sorts because she knows Torchwood, and she's like, they're cool. What the fuck? So yeah, there we go. That could be a case. By the way, I thought about this while I was watching the episode. I was like, there's nothing I would like more. And given this hasn't happened yet, but they probably do know him. They do know Mr. Frobisher, or whatever his name is. Because Gwen said he's our man in the inside, he's our contact to the home office, so we have to trust him. But I would want nothing more than for Jack or the Torchwood or whoever to just meet the 12th Doctor. I would want nothing more than that. To just be like, wait, you're... Fuck you! And it's like, no, I'm the... He's the Doctor? That would be so funny. Like, please. Doctor Who, 60th anniversary. Get the 12th Doctor in. Get Peter Capaldi in there. Get everyone else. But please have Peter Capaldi in there. And just have Jack show up. And then he looks at the 12th Doctor and he goes like, wait, what is he doing here? And he's like, I am the Doctor or whatever. And it's like, wait, what? There's so much room for that to happen. That would be so fun. There would be so much confusion. Like, I'm nerding out over my imagination of what that would be like. And I really want to see that. I really want to see Captain Jack Harkness make the 12th Doctor go like, wait, what? That would be so fucking funny. That would be so good. That would be so fucking good. Anyway, so that aside, so Resist Die or Die, I would talk about that. I am liking, like, the character that Peter is playing here. Mr. whatever his name is. I forgot. I just gonna call him Peter Capaldi the entire time. Fuck it. But, like, I'm really liking this character. Because, like, literally everyone around him is throwing him under the bus. And he's just like, well, these are the cards I was dealt with, so I just kind of have to do whatever the fuck I have to do. Like, and he's like, you can tell that this guy is internally screaming, like internally just on fire. Like, the Prime Minister threw him under the bus. Everyone else is throwing him under the bus. They go like, how do you know that, Mr. Frobisher? And he's like, like he knows, but everyone else is just wiping their hands clean and just being like, I don't know shit. He knows, that guy. My man Peter over here knows. And he's like, and he's just taking it. Because he's not going to stand up to the fucking Prime Minister. So he's just taking it and being like, well, I suppose I'm the only person that knows. And I had to deal with that. So then he just like, it's like, all right, nobody has to know. Assassinating Torchwood team, fuck it. It's just like, God, it's so funny that like, so the greatest ally that the Torchwood team could have would be the Doctor. He's the hero of the world. Of this universe, I mean. Because it's the Doctor's universe. And then this guy is the, like, for at least for the time being, the antagonist, at least an antagonist of Torchwood. And he's the same actor. That's so funny. Like, God, imagine if the 12th Doctor has showed up here. Like, this conflict. Imagine if the 12th Doctor showed up here to this season. And just showed up and helped Torchwood. It was like, wait, what? It would be so funny. Just Gwen would have shot him, And then he would regenerate into Jody. Wait, what? Sure. God. Sorry, that's just really funny for me. To me, it's great. All right, so Reese knows about Gwen being pregnant, and he became super protective over that, I suppose. Okay, shoutouts to Lois. So Lois, the girl in the first day that is helping the Home Office, she shows up and she helps the Torchwood team because she overhears that that they are trying to assassinate Torchwood, but she reads the Torchwood file and she's like, well, they seem like they're doing a good job. They seem like they're heroes. They're helping the world. They're saving the world. So why are they trying to assassinate them? She even talked to Jack over the phone. So she was like, wait, I know, like, they're not bad guys. So why are we killing them? So then it's like, well, then, like, either you guys aren't the good guys or I'm working for someone that is not the good guy. It's like, it's one or the other. Like, what the fuck is happening? So then she sets up a meeting with Gwen and she goes and tells her everything. She even helps him out with money in order to get some food. So good job, Lois. Lois, super chill. And even at one moment they said, after this is over, like hit me up and I'll get you a job. I'm worried about Lois because that is almost a death flag. That is almost like, okay, Lois shows up next season or she fucking dies in this one. Knowing Torchwood, I would not be surprised if it goes to the latter. So that could happen. Anyway, she shows up, she tells them everything, and now they are in the loop, which is another Piccaboli role. Then, all right. So from what they learn about this like mortuary guy that was coming to get the body of Rapish or whatever, they disguise themselves as the mortuary. They get in here. They find the body, they disable the cameras, they take out the guard, and then they try and look for Jack. But when they find Jack, they are like, well, give me a second. I wanna see something. So I don't know if John Barrowman is freeballing it. I mean, yes he is, but I don't know if he's like fully naked in front of the other three actors in the final shot when they're like, they walk from the car and then they get off the car and then they hit up Jack. Like, Eve Miles is like smiling. Like she's not smiling in the previous shot, and then in the next one, she's smiling, looking at John Barrowman. So I'm thinking, what if he was just fully naked and they're all just like staring at his dick and they're just laughing their asses off, just pretending we gotta act seriously, and he's just like full frontal in front of us because she's like smiling and then she goes like, all right, jacket. So I'm just thinking like they were actually just losing their shit in the entire time while filming this, because I feel like David-Lloyd was also like smiling, but that was on the previous shot, and from him I believe it. Is the next one when they're like far away that I'm thinking like maybe they were just losing their shit. Anyway, so the aliens contacted back with using the children, and they said this time that they are coming here tomorrow. Okay, next episode's gonna be interesting because they're gonna show up apparently. Here's the thing is that we also don't really have to take their word for it. They could just be saying or whatever shit. But yeah. Also, like, at one point they said, maybe the children don't matter. They really don't matter. They're using them just to, like, scare us. I'm not they could matter. Like, they legitimately could matter because the season is called Children of Earth. So what I'm thinking is that they do matter. We just don't know how yet. But whatever, they contact again. So they in the previous episode, there was a translation that they left that they couldn't decipher what it was. And then they translated it in this episode and they said, all right, they want us to build this. So then they were like, okay, let's build it. They didn't have a lot of time to do it. So they were like, the entire episode, they were like, all right, this, whatever. They were building something off screen. Then we saw it. It was like a chamber. It was essentially a gas chamber. It was like a room with glass walls, and it was completely sealed. and they could just drop a bunch of gas, like poison gas, inside of it, like a specific composition. So they are assuming that this is what these aliens breathe. This is what they need to breathe. So this is like a conference room. They will show up and they'll transport or whatever somehow inside of that room, and then they'll be able to breathe and contact with us because they clearly know English somehow, probably. So yeah, that is happening. Then they throw Mr. Frobisher under the bus a little bit more, and yeah, that's essentially what's happening on that side of the story. I love this rescue operation they had with Jack. So after they learned that Jack was fucking trapped in this concrete block, like I was like, well, it's done. Like, what are Gwen and Riz gonna do? They're fucking flying from both sides, and like when they were pointing the guns at them, being like, surrender, I was like, why? Wouldn't you just shoot them? Because you want them dead. You don't want to capture them. You don't need to capture them. You just want them dead. So I was like, why didn't they just shoot them? And I feel like they would have. And then the concrete wall broke off and there was a giant hole next to them. That was Yanto. Yanto just randomly showed up, just broke the thing off, and they just booked it. And I cannot believe they escaped from that. I cannot believe that they escaped from that. Though I do respect that they were like, so it was like this construction, like crane, whatever, that grabbed the block and then fucking Riz and Gwen just grab off of it and they just left together. I like that they were like, they're gonna catch us. Like, they're gonna catch up to us because this shit's slow as fuck. Because it is. It's not supposed to be a vehicle. It's supposed to be a construction tool. So then they go up to the fucking truck that was there. And then they put it in the middle of the road, and then Gwen shot it and blew it up in order to create an explosion in the middle of the road, which they used in order to get away. That was fucking clever. That was fucking sick. I don't know if the timing would have been okay. I feel like they would have gotten them at some point. But sure, they didn't. Sick rescue operation. It was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. It was fantastic. We rescued Gwen and Riz that we didn't even know they were going to be there. Yanto somehow, we didn't see how, but he somehow just got a construction outfit and just fucking used the construction tool and fucking busted off the wall and broke Jack out of there. Well, broke the block of cement Jack was in there out of there. And then they went to like a cliff and then they just dropped the concrete block and then it shattered and Jack just emerged majestically out of it. Awesome. Like, I'm not sure if the entire block would have like left like Jack completely clean. Like, I feel like there would be like a chunk stuck in his armor randomly, but it worked. And yeah, and then he was just free balling there, just like, hey, what took you so long? Thought you'd be back. It was like, that was awesome. So now the entire team is there. Riz is there. They're tagging along. They're on the run, but we're together now. Finally, awesome. Let's see what we do. They know. Because here's the thing, is that now they know that the government is involved. They're trying to kill them. Mr. Frobisher is trying to kill them. The children said that the aliens will be there tomorrow. They know that the government is trying to kill them because they got too close, to whatever they were investigating, which was Clement. Clement is also out there just running and just screaming, just like, they're coming tomorrow. I can smell them. Sure, we don't know anything about that, but that's happening. Yeah, this episode was awesome. It was just like running from the government, being on the run, hitting, a lot of drama, a lot of action, a sick rescue operation. And yeah, that was it. And it was fucking dope. And progression for the alien shit, minimal in the background. Also, Lois being awesome. So yes, and Yanto had a scene with the sister. And even the other guy, I suppose it's his brother, saying like we're the only family he has left. So then that's why the sister went to meet him, and they were just hanging out together, and she's been very helpful. So, yeah. All of this was pretty cool. So, and yeah, there's some drama in Peter Capaldi's whole house, because the wife is like, this is some serious shit, and you're just lying to me, which he is. But why would you lie about that? You would have to be honest about that. Just like, yes, there's some fucked up alien shit happening, I'm trying to solve it. just fucking bear with me on this one. I don't know what the fuck is happening, but I'm trying my best. So I gotta go to work in order to make sure we fix it. So gotta go. Goodbye. Right? Just don't lie about that, man. Anyway, I think that's it for this discussion. God, I fucking love this episode. I kind of want to go and watch the next one right now, but I can't. But god damn it. Like, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. We can deal with it. So there you go. That was it for Torchwood Children of Earth, episode 2. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this reaction episode to a Torchwood episode. If you would like to see the full episode, or full length, or whatever else, check out the links below for the Patreon, social media, everything else. Also, I don't say enough to like, comment, and subscribe and all that shit, but you should. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, everyone? Take care. Bye.